Now we're going to talk about the structure of the poem London, which again, Blake is a masterful user of structure. Okay, he crafts this poem really deliberately. I've got it upside down. I'm obviously not as masterful as William Blake. So we know that structure is like a wall. Okay, each brick, each word, each placement is deliberately constructed to make the poem craft this construct in order to get his message across. Blake's poem is in 4 stanzas of 4 lines. That is a very regular and constant structure. What do you think that regularity, that constant structure, what do you think that represents in London? What is regular or constant throughout this poem? If you said oppression, you're correct. The structure of the poem directly reflects the perpetual and constant oppression. Even through the structure, it's almost like the poem itself is chartered, it is controlled and kept in a strict structure. It represents and reflects that perpetual and constant oppression. Even the structure itself is a criticism of those powerful institutions which Blake believes are not doing their job. Now, I do want to draw your attention to something very clever in stanza 3. Stanza 3, spelling right, Blake does something very clever, and stanza 3 is actually partially an acrostic. Now, an acrostic poem is one that you would have done in primary school, which is where every letter, every line starts with a letter, and if you read those down, they say something. So, just on my note sheet here, this was stanza 3, these 2 boxes. How the chimney sweepers cry, every blackening church appalls, and the hapless soldier's sigh runs in blood down palace walls. You can really hear that strict, controlled structure, which is funny because the acrostic says here. Okay? What Blake really wants from his readers is to listen and notice. He wants us to see and hear what? And it is this. He wants us to see and notice and pay attention to the oppression of people, because we should all be fighting for that vision, that desire for liberation and freedom.